God is in me, through me, for me, and with me, and where there's God, there's no imperfection. Welcome, everyone. It's a beautiful, beautiful day as always. We're hanging out. I was thinking about something the other day. I wrote in my diary about how when I was growing up, I really did not enjoy cleaning up. And just how much I've changed over the years as I've grown closer in understanding the bigger picture and trying to understand the bigger picture, trying to grow every single day. I remember I used to be at home and I used to have these chores. My dad would always make me clean up and I hated it. I couldn't stand it. And he would always say cleaning up is the closest thing, not cleaning up. Cleanliness. Cleanliness is the closest thing to godliness. And I didn't fully understand exactly what that meant at that time, but as I grow older, I'm starting to really recollect and think of what that means in my life and to my understanding. And really, as I've grown in my journey, I've learned and realized that our external reality is truly a picture of our internal reality. And you can really tell a lot about somebody just when you go into their house, how their mental state is at that moment. And when there's a lot of stuff around, when there's a lot of toys, if you think of babies, when there's a lot of pencils, homework, things all over the table, when you think of just a messy room, a lot of times that means that person just has a lot on their mind and is scatterbrained at the moment. But when you look at someone, you see that someone that always takes care of their place, always keeps it clean. That's usually someone who, in a lot of ways, doesn't have a lot on their mind or is able to really manage the flow of energy, the flow of information much better. And I've learned that, you can truly help your space and you can look at your house as a huge brain. You can look at your personal space as a brain. You walk into someone's house, you're nearly walking into their mental state and where that is at the moment. And what I've learned just over my life and over my journey is that a lot of the most successful people, they have two very important habits. One, they write things down, they take notes, so when information is coming in, they are able to not just keep it in their head, they're able to clear their space, they clear their mind, and they're able to write it down. They're able to manifest that mental onto a piece of paper so that it doesn't affect them any longer, and they can continue to have a steady, easily flow through life. And also, they make their bed. They make their bed in the morning. And it's not just the act of making a bed, it's more so training your mind. It's more so giving yourself a routine to start the day with a clear slate. It's like a painter with a canvas. And what are you gonna paint on this canvas every single day? The canvas is the world. What are you gonna paint into the world? What are you going to create today? And when you just understand how the micro fits with the macro, everything begins to make sense. And you look outside, and you think of, nature as a snapshot of the brain of the earth, of planet Gaia. And you think about how, we've done so much over the last so-and-so years to really pollute the planet and not pay attention to how we're treating it, kill the animals, flood the oceans with just pollution, all types of things. And as a result, the consciousness of the planet has dropped, it has risen. But as we're stepping into this new age, into this great shift, the age of Aquarius, the age of knowledge, you're starting to see people really rise to a different understanding of the connectedness that we have with our planet to everyone around us. You're seeing a lot of hotels all of a sudden really preaching going green. You're starting to see people really preaching going green and protecting the planet because people are starting to raise their consciousness. And since we're connected with the consciousness that we have inside, as we grow, as we get connected with ourselves, as we clear our space, our personal space, our mental space, as we start to meditate, as we start to rise up, raise our frequency, that in doing so, we are essentially also raising the vibration of the planet. And when we understand the connectedness, it's not difficult for us to think about picking up our trash from outside because we understand what that does to the planet. And as a whole, I think the planet is rising up as a whole because everyone is feeling this shift. And so we can start when we go home. We can start by cleaning up. If you have a lot in your mind, just simply clearing the space around you will allow that energy to flow better. And what I've learned is that, every single thing, every inanimate object, every real object is charged with a potential. It's charged with energy, negative, positive, neutral, but it's charged. And so when you have a bunch of stuff all over the house, your energy flow through the house is constantly being redirected. It's even hard for me to meditate when I have a lot of clutter around me, because the thoughts aren't able to they're not able to flow. There's stuff on my mind, there's stuff that I have to do. And everybody's different. And a lot of people thrive on having a messy space. You look at a lot of artists that just all about creating and just painting their canvas. Sometimes their whole house is a painted canvas. And so to each his own. But I really understood just the importance of cleaning up. Protecting your temple, protecting your house, protecting the planet, and allowing that energy to flow straight from the source of life. God is in me, through me, for me, and with me. And where there's God, there's no imperfection. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.